Ja. Het hoeft niet.
Moet je opnieuw gaan?
Ja.
Braaf zijn.
You know what's really
Kun je
terrible
zo gaan liggen?
is you didn't mean any of it,
Liggen!
right?
No.
You don't know anything that you've ever done talk to him yet.
Met that I wasn't going to call him again. He was going to have to call me first. And if he didn't talk to me nicely, I would just hang up on him. Not even have any communication.
Wat wil die bel?
But you're calling him those names and calling her those names. Do you agree that it's illegal?
Yes.
Do you agree that there is no way in God's earth that these two could be expected to have a relationship with you when you're subject to doing that at any given time?
That it is wrong. Wish there's another word.
You're saying you wish there was another word for but. What I have to get you to do and understand is that no matter what they do, you have to rise above it. You can't do what you're doing. Because if I let you sit here without getting through to destroy your relationship with them, I'm telling you, if you continue this, you will drive away forever. You will die a lonely woman, missing your son. I do not want that to happen. You have 1,000 examples of the problem, but you really only have one problem you need to fix. And I think it can be fixed by you. But
Wat
you
is dat?
can't change what you don't acknowledge. You've got to acknowledge.
Voel je?
I acknowledge that my being.
Potverdorie!
And regardless of what they say or do, you have to unplug and disengage from that. Can you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you have called your mother vile names, have you not?
I know.
You don't call your mother vile names. You've called her horrible names. You said horrible things to her. You threatened her. You told her you'll never see your grandkids. You've done everything in the world you can to push her buttons.
I didn't threaten her that way. I said, if you continue to talk to me like this and say these awful things,
Do you really want to spend your time with me trying to
No, I
defend
don't.
your behavior? Because if you want to debate with me about that, we'll do it and you'll lose. I would rather you just surrender now.
I am.
Do not disrespect your mother that way. If he disrespects his mother that way, you're not far behind, lady, let me tell you. Because if he'll treat her that way, he'll put you that way. So you don't do that. You don't disrespect your mother. I don't care if you think she is crazier than a bedbug. You do not disrespect your mother in that way. I said it was unbecoming to her to say the things to y'all that she said. And don't you agree? It's unbecoming.
It is. I know it is.
I mean, you come across like some rabid mother-in-law or symbiotic relationship with her son, and you psychologists start thinking all these weird clinging arms and all of that kind of stuff. And we'll tell you why you do it in a minute. But you need to stop. We've agreed on that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Have we agreed that you need to be a better man than this? You don't talk to your mother that way. Yeah, I just buried my mother a short time ago. And I would hate to have been standing there in the front pew of that church thinking that I'd called her all these vile names and that she went to her death knowing that I had said it. And I'm older than you, so let me save you the pain. Don't do that. So you both need to rise above this. Like, y'all think about that. Next, Robert and Viv aren't the only people who say they're being harassed by Kathy. We're going to find out who else is getting caught in this crossfire. And I am going to tell her why I think this is all happening. One problem, 1,000 bad examples. Be right back.
Those are
felt so deceived. I felt like everything I tried to do, it just became more unraveled and undone.
Hoe verhoudt zich iemand op deze manier doet met culinaire?
Je wilt gewoon koken.
Ja. We beginnen natuurlijk met kussen. We beginnen altijd met kussen. Goed kussen. De ene is stevig. Ja, nee. Stevig.
Divorce, zondag, 9:30, op 4.
Fantastiek! Nu op alle L4 haarverzorging 1+1 gratis. Dat is toch fabuleus? Krijg wat. Steeds verrassend, altijd voordelig.
Meer dan 1000 vrouwen hebben in de Supradin energietest ervaren dat hun energie met het gebruik van Supradin is geactiveerd. Nu is een goed moment om zelf ook Supradin te proberen. Want hoe druk je het ook hebt, Supradin activeert natuurlijke energie om de dingen te doen die je wilt doen. Supradin. Probeer jij het ook?
Heb je nog waspodder?
Alles op, even de partijhandel, groot ingekocht, groot voordeel. Met deze week diverse Coca-Cola en Fanta, 24 blikjes voor 10 euro. En alle dubbel vis, 8 pakken voor 5 euro.
Kijk.
Slim bezig, 2000. Speciaal voor 50-plussers is er Supradin Vital 50 Plus multivitamine voor vitaliteit. Kijk nou! Nu tot 75% kassakorting bij Kijkshop. Een Vodafone prepaid Samsung E2230 voor maar 17,50. Ga voor meer dan 1000 artikelen met kassakorting naar de winkel of bestel nu op kijkshop.nl. Een Vodafone prepaid Samsung E2230 voor maar 17,50. Kijkshop.nl.
Wow, nieuwe sneakers.
Alsjeblieft jongen, een racebaan. Oh, leuk jurkje.
Gebruikte spullen? Hallo, kom voor de mailtjes. Verkoop ze
Dingen staan aan de deur.
en koop er iets nieuws voor op Marktplaats. Marktplaats, voor iedereen een voordeel. Hoe krijg je het anti-verouderingseffect van een serum zonder extra stap? Probeer de nieuwe Ola's Total Effects dagcrème en serum duo. Het combineert een gerenommeerde crème met een serum. Total Effects, de meest geconcentreerde formule ooit. Ik bestrijd 7 tekenen van veroudering. Effectiever, zonder extra stap. Gebruikte spullen? Met de Marktplaats-app heeft u ze zo geplaatst en zo verkocht. Download hem nu. Marktplaats, voor iedereen een voordeel. Jouw kleine kat heeft dezelfde instincten als grote katten. Whiskas gewoonweg lekker is 100% volledig en geeft jouw kat alles wat ze van nature nodig heeft. Krijg nu een maaltijdzakje gewoonweg lekker. Gratis op whiskas.nl.
Ze gaan allemaal dezelfde richting op, maar op vele verschillende manieren. En we geven ze allemaal onze droogste en best zittende luier. Pampers Active Fit met 3-zijdige pasvorm. Niet alleen blijven ze tot wel 12 uur droog, ze passen ook perfect rondom het middel, benen en beentjes. Voor alle vrijheid om te bewegen op hun eigen manier. In Pampers beste luier. Tijd om te spelen. Je wilt je baby beschermen, daarom geef je ook borstvoeding. Bij de volgende stap kun je vertrouwen op Nutrion opvolgmelk. Geïnspireerd door meer dan 100 jaar onderzoek naar babyvoeding, heeft Nutricia een opvolgmelk ontwikkeld die op natuurlijke wijze een gezond immuunsysteem ondersteunt, zodat je baby klaar is voor nieuwe uitdagingen. Nutrion opvolgmelk ondersteunt je baby van binnenuit. Laat je baby de wereld ontdekken op zijn eigen manier met Pampers droogste en best zittende luier. Pampers, verkozen tot beste luiermerk door 3 van de 4 bijleeslessen. Het onthult een intense kleur tot diep in de haarvezel. Zichtbare verbetering van de haarkwaliteit. Geen grijze haren. Optimaal comfort voor je hoofdhuid. Haarkleuren zal nooit meer hetzelfde zijn. Olia van Garnier.
Adembenemend design. Ongekende prestaties. En bloedstollend mooi. Van buiten. En van binnen. De C-klasse. Door en door Mercedes-Benz. Nu ook leverbaar met 20% bijtelling.
Eigen huis en tuin, je hebt er alles aan.
Echt hoor.
Wow. Complete metamorfoses. Grote verbouwingen, maar ook lastige kleine klusjes. Wow, echt super mooi hoor. En we laten zien wat je allemaal kunt doen met je tuin. Elke zaterdag, 5:05, op 4. Dit is wel zo'n dag die we niet snel vergeten. Eigen huis en tuin wordt mede mogelijk gemaakt door Honig.
Innovatie die zorgt voor maar 20% bijtelling. De C-klasse Blue Efficiency Edition. Bekijk alle modellen met 20% bijtelling op mercedes-benz.nl.
Martin, het internet werkt niet meer. Ik wil een laptop op Zalando bestellen. Zalando! Oh, kijk hier! De nieuwste trends!
Zalando. Shop nu de nieuwste trends.
Een Aboriginal is geen app die je kunt downloaden op je tablet. Als je dat weet, dan raad ik je aan om de Weet ik Veel app te downloaden en thuis met z'n allen op de bank of met je Facebook vrienden te testen wie de grootste algemene kennis heeft. Download hem nu gratis, want dan kun je het elke week live meespelen en misschien wel achterkomen dat je hartstikke veel weet. Of niet?
De nieuwe kennisquiz Weet ik Veel. Morgen 3:30 op 4.
Everybody Dance Now wordt mede mogelijk gemaakt door Bristol.
And one more time, like what's going on then? My little sister's husband, mom, she had an issue with her son dating my little sister. She had weapons. I'm not sure. I was like, they were counting time then. Now, we've been nice to her, we told her leave, this time she came like more than my photo like 10 times and just smashing my photo. We have officers on the way, so you know that.
Well, that 911 call was your brother. Right, and he made a call, said you were banging on his door at 11:30 at night. What was your goal?
Right there, that's a lot.
What's a lot? And my brother called the cops.
I wasn't there 10 times, I think I
You were there like 5.
No, I was there one night and I called the police.
You were only there once.
That night when your brother talked to me, I was there one time.
You've been to my house more than once, Kathy. Don't sit there and lie.
Then I think that the person right sitting next to me should have been somebody from your family, not just me.
Well, actually, we have her on the phone. Viv's mother, Grace, is joining us by phone today. Grace, are you there?
Yes, sir.
I don't know that it really matters, but has she been to your home once, or has she been to your home more than once?
More than
How many times has she been there?
about 3 or 4.
Have you felt uncomfortable with her being there?
Yes, sir.
Why?
Because whenever she comes around and nothing nice about it,
Right. Okay, in fact, you placed a trespass warning on Kathy. What does that mean?
she's not allowed to cross my sidewalk within the next year or she'll be arrested.
If there could be a peaceful and harmonious relationship, would you like there to be one?
She would only and always will be my daughter's mother-in-law. I pray and hope that she changes, but do I want a relationship with her? Do I want to be her friend? It would take a long time for me to see that change on her.
And what would you like to see change?
They're young. They just got married. We all make mistakes. We all have our own lives to live. And I would like to see her give the space to find her own.
Okay. What were you saying, Bob?
I was just saying to Robert that that's one lie from Robert and one lie from Viviana. Because the night that I went over there and when she entered the door, I said to her, I am sure I'm the last person that you want to see. But I come here with an open heart and my arms open. I just recently found out that they were married silly, but I said, can we hug this out? She stepped outside of the door and we hugged, and we agreed that we were gonna try better. Then the night I went over there with the police is because of the fact that they were telling my husband that's all I was doing is calling the police. But Viviana kept denying it, and Viviana told me, Viviana is the one that called me, so I didn't call her, she called me. But she's
Sat
the,
there and called my mom a bitch on the phone to Robert. My mom is the kindest person I have ever met in my life. She is the best example of a mother, and for you to call her a bitch really hurts me.
that really hurts me too.
What hurts you?
What
To
she
me,
just
Kathy,
said.
she's the best mother to me in the world.
She's bragging on her mother, and that is offensive
No,
to you?
no, because that's not what she said to me the last time we had seen each other.
That's not what I said to my mother
What,
about my mom.
what you said to me.
Okay, look. I don't really care what happened on October 17th of this or that, or who said what to who, because I don't wanna get, I mean, that'll just make me feel like I'm going down Main Street of crazy town. I don't care, it doesn't really matter, does it? The only time is now. The future is in front of us, and you get a chance to choose what you do going forward. That's all I'm saying. Come on, everybody needs to calm down here. Now, I have to take a break, so we're gonna find out what at least I think everybody here needs to do to have any chance of this family calming down going forward. We're right on.
This is affecting my marriage because me and Vivian argue a lot over my mom's constant calls and the things that she says.
She wants me and Robert to move back home. There's no way in hell I'd ever move into Kathy's house. That's like putting myself in an insane asylum.
Robert and Viv say the root cause of all their problems is their mother, Kathy. I say if that's true, it's only because they haven't been married long enough to have any real problems yet. Now, Kathy wants to reconnect with her son, wants it to be healthy. She has taken her share of abuse from her son. When we came back from break, you said, Robert, you need to respond to that immediately.
Go ahead, Robert, respond to that remark about coming home and living in the house.
What is your point?
My point is, that's what they asked to come to live with us.
Okay.
I didn't ask them.
You're not thinking of moving home.
We were pondering going back to Florida
Going back to Florida.
because she misses her mother so much. That
Okay,
we
well, you can go back to Florida, but you don't want to be living with your mother. I would live in a box under a bridge. Before, I would not subject you to it, I would not subject you to it. Y'all aren't ready for that. Trust me, I know about these things. You do hope that someday he will come home, right?
That was my impression. I'm sorry if he
I'm not
did.
talking about that. I'm just talking about generally speaking. Did you leave the light on?
Yes, I
24
do.
hours, days, or
No, not 24
Just at
hours,
night?
just at night.
Why?
Because he's told me that if he ever comes back to Florida, he wouldn't even drive by the house. He would take children, which I would have nothing to do with. And I felt if he had the nerve to drive by, more than likely he would do it at night. And he'd see the light on in his room and know that his room was always there.
Okay, are we clear on your role and task as a young man, as a son, you would never want anyone treating her that way? You would never put up with anyone else treating your mother the way you were treating her, correct? You
Correct.
walk down the street and somebody was berating your mother the way you have, there'd be a fight going on, right?
Yeah.
Still protect your mother. The only person you control here is you. So, you just need to clean your own house, because you can't control your mother. Now, talk to me for a minute, okay? You agree with what I'm telling you?
Except I hear a lot of lies coming out of his mouth and her mouth, but it's really hard. This is the first time I heard about this, Dr. Keller, about them never moving in the
Oh
house.
my God, you don't want them living there. Seriously, you do not want them living there. This will be a train wreck of monumental proportion in Linwood home. You're not ready for that, seriously. Now, listen, my goal here is truly for y'all to be happy and, go to dinner together. And Thanksgiving, everybody.
It's hard to do that when he lives in one end of the country and I live in the
Yeah,
other.
but they're kind of talking about moving back to the state anyway, because the mom's there, so that's probably gonna work itself out for
That
them.
makes me feel good, doesn't it?
Yeah,
They're going to move back there because her mom is there, not his mom is there.
well, you haven't been exactly lovable.
Nor have they.
I said there's one reason, one problem that you're having right now, that if it was fixed, all of these things would go away. Focus with me here. I want you to hear this, okay? I want you to hear this. Don't look at a way to shut me out. Don't do that. Every call you make, every voicemail you leave, every threat that you level is nothing more than a fear response. You have a very irrational fear of losing him. You've allowed it to get to the point that it absolutely paralyzes you with fear. And you don't need fear. This was a very competent young man. You did a good job raising him. We've got to get your fear. You just think all these terrible things. Here's I can call him back. What's wrong? You catastrophize things in your mind. That's a terrible way to live. I don't want you to feel that way. And I'm going to make sure that you don't lose contact. I want you to have contact, healthy contact, as much as you want, because you're relaxed and you're easy with it. If you hear from him, you hear from him. If you don't, you'll hear from him tomorrow or later today. To be relaxed with it. I want to help you with that if you will let me. Will you do that? Do you think I'm right or wrong?
I think you're right, but
This gets in the middle of every sentence. You think I'm right, but incomplete?
yes, when the fact that the grandchildren came into the picture and that I was just going to be considered dead, there wasn't even a picture of
He
you.
doesn't. You've got to recognize that you have to deal with this fear response, or you're going to destroy this relationship, and it's going to get to an irreparable point. It's not there, man. You are totally willing to re-engage in a healthy way, correct?
That's what we do.
Correct? I mean, they're here because they want a relationship with you, not because they don't want one. You should be so flattered by this, you don't even know what to say.
I thought I was, but now I'm not.
Now you're not.
No.
We'll be right back. During the break, I made a last-ditch attempt to get you, Kathy, to see some of the things
Zie daar wel wat in. Dan is het de Argus geweest.
Nee, alles
Nee, ja, die wil ik nog een gezicht. Ik ben best ben ik lekker spek de tering.
Of niet?
Sorry,
Maar
Paul.
laten we niet dan altijd dat alles.
Ja.